a man, his family, and the truth that lights the way. I speak from a full heart. I'm just a man, and I've learned never to lean only on my own understanding. Best to rest in what God has shown us instead. After all, what greater calling is there than to love, guide, and stand with the wife and children he has given me? My deepest desire is that my family fully understands what is unfolding around us, so that even if there is fallout, even if we must endure hardship for his namesake, we do so with clear hearts and unshakable peace, because we know exactly what the scriptures teach. If I don't help them see this truth, they'll be as unprepared as so many around us, sleeping through the signs, trusting in things that won't last. So I say plainly to every man listening, understand what is unfolding, take your place with confidence, and lead your loved ones well, so you can all stand steady, side by side, no matter what comes. Keep your eyes open to what is happening now. No need for fear, just watchfulness and trust. Many dear brothers and sisters have spent years earnestly seeking the Lord and studying timelines, thinking a third temple in Jerusalem must come first. That's no fault at all. They're simply seeking God with all their hearts. But when we look closely at Daniel 9:27, we see the truth unfold beautifully. The Messiah was cut off right in the middle of those 7 prophetic years. We know he walked this earth for the first 3.5, and then came that wonderful long gap we now live in, the church age. Over 2,000 years of grace. Once this season is complete, we believe the final 3.5 years remain for the unbelieving world, just as Revelation describes. So we don't need to look for a full 7-year countdown or a temple to start it. Instead, we watch for that final season of trial ahead. Still, we never lean on our own ideas. We hold all things gently, trusting God's timing above every human plan. Let's look clearly at the signs around us. Oil supplies and systems are being disrupted everywhere, and that touches everything. No fuel means no transport, and soon food becomes scarce. Even our money will change, with paper and coin losing their worth. We see cities shaken and buildings fallen in earthquakes, and chaos spreading across the globe. These aren't scary tales, they're realities we can already see unfolding. And how wonderful is the promise Jesus gave us in Luke's Gospel, shared just for us there. When you see all these things begin to happen, then look up and lift up your heads, for your salvation is drawing near. We truly hope and believe this means the pre-tribulation catching away, that when these signs appear, our redemption is right at hand, and we will be taken home before those final hard days begin. What a bright hope that is. When the world shakes, we can lift our heads and smile, knowing our Redeemer is close. We also watch for those greater signs, famine and trouble spreading, and those strange, awe-inspiring sights in the heavens, those bright lights and wonders. They may well be fallen angels, just as the dragon was cast down with great purpose to make war in the last days. We don't need to fear them, we simply recognize them for what they are, keeping our eyes on Scripture rather than guessing, and staying awake to what is truly happening. Even here in Northern Ireland, set apart and peaceful as we are, we can't be complacent. We may not face bombs or battlefields on our doorstep, but we are still very vulnerable to economic collapse, and that is likely the greatest test we will face. When systems fail, our island home won't save us from shortages or hardship. We'll need to stand together and trust in something far more secure than money or trade. I teach my family gently from the lessons of old. When God's people trusted their own way instead of his, they stumbled. That same truth helps us understand what the mark of the beast might be, choosing to follow human rules rather than God's will. It may even be tied to being called up for war, pressure to swear allegiance to this world's system instead of to him. To take that mark, whatever form it takes, is to choose man's way over God's, and that is a path we will never walk. We lean on his wisdom, not our own, and that is our sure safety. We hold our hope lightly but firmly. We truly trust the pre-tribulation view is right. It fits so perfectly with God's loving heart that he would keep us from the worst of the trial. He told us to pray that we might escape these things, and we cling to that promise with joy. Others see it differently, and we respect them. They seek the Lord too. We don't argue. We just say we don't lean on our own understanding. So we hold all views with kindness and trust God to make everything clear in his perfect time. Either way, our hope is bright. The Bible tells us plainly that a great falling away will come when many will choose the world's system over God's truth. That is exactly what we see now, people trusting in human power and clever ideas instead of the Lord. But we know the end of the story. Every power on earth will be overcome, and Jesus will reign in victory. That is the truth we stand on, and it never changes. We know our land well, how we've long relied on others for what we need, and how easily things can unravel when supplies stop. We've learned from hard lessons in the past, yet many still live paycheck to paycheck with little safety net. So yes, we may be spared war, but economic trouble is a very real possibility here. Still, we don't fear. We prepare our hearts and trust in him who provides, no matter what comes, scarcity, pressure, or calls to conform. We will not bow. When the voice says, "Submit and you will be safe," I will hold my wife close and speak with quiet strength. My love, I have taught you and our children the truth of Scripture, so that you understand exactly why we stand this way. If there is fallout, if we must endure hardship, or even separation for his name's sake, we do it willingly, because we know whom we have believed. Jesus is worth more than any comfort or safety this world can give. If we suffer with him. If we lack, he will sustain us. Let us stand together, for his way is life and peace. And even when those around us turn away or misunderstand, we will not be shaken. We understand the Scriptures, and that understanding unites us, so that when we stand for his name, we stand as one family, fully aware and fully willing to bear any cost together. When strange sights appear in the sky, we don't let them trouble us. We simply remember, these are all part of the plan. We stay rooted in Scripture, never leaning on our own guesses, and watch with calm hearts as God's purpose unfolds. Everything points to this. The time is now to be awake, to trust and to hope. And what a wonderful hope we have, that before the darkest days we may be called home to him. That is our joy, our comfort, and our strength. So to every man listening, understand these things. Take your stand with gentle courage, and lead those you love well. Nothing here, not hardship, not chaos, not even the end of this age, can take away the life we have in him. We do not fear the second death, for we are safe in his hands. The King is coming. What a glorious day that will be. And until then we walk in truth, in hope, and in love.